Like, I'll give you an example of one young lady. Been dealing with her for a long time, but you have to keep her marginalized because she's messed up here. Gorgeous, but messed up in here. I was on a trip somewhere, right? Sometimes there's certain institutions, if you do a lot of business with them, or if you're a certain person, maybe you spend a lot of money with them, maybe you're a celebrity, whatever the case is, you're a VIP with that institution. So they might assign you a butler or they'll assign you a host, right? So you might have like a butler or a VIP host. Like, for example, when I go into Dubai, they have a resort in Blue Water that they give me a butler every time I go, right? Now, people who have never had a butler, maybe you're used to thinking a butler is like what you might have seen on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, right? Like some proper English guy wearing tails and like a bow tie. But in reality, that's not what a butler is nowadays. So anyways, when I go to like certain places, they'll give me a butler or they'll give me a host. So I was in Southeast Asia in one particular country, and the institution I was staying at, they gave me a host and a butler. And I wanted to go do some touring. And so I go touring out with my VIP host. And her actual job is to provide me with a VIP experience and to go above and beyond. So if I say I want to go touring and she's like, oh, you're just here as a solo traveler doing business, I'll take you out touring. I'll show you around. I'll be a tour guide. This is her actual job, which she's being paid for, right? So anyways, a broad sends me a DM, two different women actually, like, oh, who's that girl? Like, why are you with that girl? First off, it's not a girl, it's a woman. Secondly, this is a woman at work. She's actually doing her job. But the bigger issue is, why is that a problem to you? Why is that a problem to you? I'm traveling the world and I'm touring a city I've never been to. How did that become a problem? You see, in reality, it's not a problem. And as I remind you guys, when you're not in poverty, struggling to find, can I keep a roof over my head? Can I like pay for my food? Can I support my kids? When you're not dealing with real problems, people start to create fake problems, right? So the chick's like, oh, well, who's that woman? Doesn't matter who that woman is. If you're for me, trust my judgment, trust my leadership, trust my morals, and don't play games with me. You heard me? And so they're messaging trying to create problems. Now, me, I don't engage it. You'd be wise to have a policy of not arguing. I don't participate in arguments. You heard me? I end arguments, I end relationships, or I end acquaintanceships or acquaintance. I end it. I don't participate in the argument. No, it doesn't pay anything. When arguing starts to pay, you'll see me arguing, right? Vehemently, probably. So if you're watching me on a YouTube live stream, yeah, I might argue because it pays. But I'm not going to argue in real life. That's ludicrous. Shout out to the lady, St. Bridget. She writes, it's jealousy trying to create problems, 100%. And Bridget is correct in as much as jealousy is the most dangerous emotion that a female has. And fortunately, it's all too common. I kid you not, in real life, I've seen women get jealous and snitch out their man to the police and send a guy to prison for more than 10 years because of jealousy. The pettiness of the jealous female is just unparalleled. So if you're dealing with a woman who's jealous hearted, let me promise you something. Whether you're being faithful or not, you are going to have an issue. It doesn't matter if you're actually cheating. The jealous nature is her nature. So she's going to find something to express that negative emotion. And, you know, sadly, it doesn't matter if she's a Christian, a Muslim, a Mormon, because this is what they say. You heard me? People say a lot of things, but what they actually are and what they live out on a daily basis is radically different. Remember, the most important thing is happiness is like the wind. You see, like true happiness and joy, it's like the wind. It comes and you feel it, and then it goes away, sometimes all too quickly. You come and you feel it, but it's hard to grab it and hold on to it. It's like the wind. So in as much as that is the case, someone like me, I'm happy very frequently, and I want to hold on to it as long as possible. So the problem is that when you're dealing with broken people or dysfunctional individuals, they steal away your happiness, not knowing when the next bit of happiness might come, because the world can be difficult and challenging. And so your job is to protect your happiness and, you know, and increase it in frequency. And as a woman, you're supposed to be the coolness of your man's eyes. So if you have an issue where, like, you might as well, if your man is in a state of peace, happiness, and productivity, and you bring up an issue, you're a dirtbag. I don't care. You're a dirtbag. I'm not saying hide information. I'm saying do not bring up issues. Yes, because most of them are fake issues. Here's the funny thing. Most of the things that your woman thinks are a problem, I guarantee you, if you ignore it, if both you and her ignore it, it won't be a problem anymore. You feel me? It'll just go away and disappear. It wouldn't even solve itself because it wasn't a problem to be solved. You see, sometimes we think we have to address everything. Nah, you don't. You don't. Some things you can just let it go. Just let it go. Okay, here's a good one. She about to make me go in today. Look at Ann over here. She writes, does that apply to cheating or him looking for other women? Well, cheating is a funny thing, and that has to be defined for each relationship. The problem is we go in with a lot of assumptions, right? Some things need to be explained. Either you need your woman to take femininity school, which I'm going to release sometime soon. By sometime soon, I mean like in a month. Either your woman needs to take femininity school so that there's some basic expectations that she already understands, or you need to articulate everything you expect, and the same is true vice versa. For example, some people consider certain things cheating and others don't. There are a lot of weirdos on the planet Earth that if their woman were to like let someone grab, all right, so say you have a girlfriend, right? And someone grabs her butt. If it's a guy, you're mad. That's cheating. If it's a woman, that's not cheating. It's okay. You see, this is illogical. We're in a world with many psychopaths. So me, I'm heterosexual. If a woman grabs my girlfriend's butt, I still consider that to be inappropriate. If a male grabs my girlfriend's butt, similarly, I consider that to be inappropriate. In both cases, it's inappropriate. But there are many persons who might be mentally ill or liberal, which is the same thing. And if a woman were to grab their girlfriend's butt, then it's all good. It's just a joke. Or if her gay best friend grabs her butt, it's all good. He's gay. It doesn't matter. Well, I don't care if he's gay, straight, purple, black, blue, Teletubby. I don't care if he's a unicorn in human form. It doesn't matter. That's inappropriate because I'm a real man. And I don't like people's hands on my property. You dig what I'm saying? You might mind, Marquette, your property? That's correct. My property. I own it. I control it. It's all mine. My property in a literal sense. I do what I want with it. It's mine. It's in full submission. And women who are listening, if you're like, property, you're not a real woman. If you're not going to submit to your man fully to the point where you would rather be his trash than another man's treasure, you ain't locked in yet, baby. And let me tell you fellas out there, they ain't going to make it the whole mile. If Shorty would not rather be your trash than another man's treasure, she ain't going to make it the whole mile. I promise you, Brody. I promise you. Because she's not fully signed up for you. You're not the boss in her mind. You dig? Might be somebody out there better. Huh? Yeah. Unless she fully signed up. Listen, when a woman is fully into you, loves you, and is signed up for you, she'd rather sit here and watch me work than go out on a trip with another guy to her favorite city. She'd rather sit and stare at my bald head bent like working than go fly to Mykonos with another guy or even her friends. You see, that's the dedication that you need, huh? Yeah. And you see, you don't have to teach that. That's going to be true to her based on her upbringing, based on her focus on family, based on her love for you, and based on the alignment. You feel me? The values alignment. Y'all are just trying to align some penis with some vagina, and that's your problem.